Hello, my name's Cody, and I'm with LaunchDarkly. When we talk about the idea of breaking apart deployment from release, there's a lot of capabilities that go into that release process that we focus on. Things like user targeting, things like experimentation. And we really hone in on this idea of progressive delivery and how you can control the users who receive those changes and gradually roll them out to your organization. Maybe that's just to test against a specific group. Maybe it's to give a specific group custom capabilities in the platform. And maybe it's just to be able to test in production. But ultimately, all of those concepts rely on one set of things: the first features you deploy into your application with LaunchDarkly. In this video, we're going to jump into an application that I built and show bringing some feature flags created in LaunchDarkly into it and show you how fast it is to get started using LaunchDarkly. Let's get into it. Here we are in the LaunchDarkly user interface. This is the flag dashboard where you can see all of the configurations for the feature flags you have in your environment. You can create feature flags here, as well as turn feature flags on and off, archive out feature flags, and view additional configurations. If I wanted to create a flag, I can click that create feature flag, name it, set my configuration options, pick what type of flag it's going to be, Boolean, string, number, JSON, add additional variations or different configurations for each one of those flags, set the defaults, and save it. You can see I have a few flags already set up in this environment now. Let's jump in and take a look at the Animate Flag as an example. This Animate Flag is special because it's got a couple of unique configurations to it. It's got a prerequisite set, which means that it can only be turned on and visible when that logon box one is set to true as well. Additionally, I've got a user targeting rule, and this is one of the most powerful capabilities in the LaunchDarkly platform, the ability to target specific users or groups, aka segments, with changes. In this case, I'm targeting a specific user, myself, Cody. So when Cody logs into the application, he'll get the pulsing animation versus the spin that's the normal default. Let's jump back to our dashboard. We can see I also have a logon box flag, a logo version flag, and a new header flag. Let's take a quick look at our application just to get a good baseline. Real basic application, spinning React logo behind a LaunchDarkly shooting stars background. Let's jump into our application code now and take a look at what we need to do there to bring these feature flags in. Our application code is fairly basic, so we'll start bringing in the LaunchDarkly components now. First, we're going to import in the LaunchDarkly packages from the React SDK, since this is a React application. We're going to configure our React application to use the LaunchDarkly provider using the SDK or the client SDK key from LaunchDarkly. We'll bring in the flags that I have listed inside the platform, so animate, logon box, new header, logo version. And then we'll start bringing in the features into the actual application code. I'm doing a couple of evaluations around which header to show, which logo to show, the properties within the animation, as well as the logon box. We'll save these changes and switch back to our application, and we should see no real changes to it. This application is being loaded live, and I've added those flags in, but because I haven't turned the targeting on, we're not receiving those changes. We'll go in and we'll turn on that logon box flag first, which you can see is now given us a logon box on the bottom. We'll go through and turn on the rest of these flags. We'll enable our new header. We'll change our logo out, as well as enable the new animation. You see we've got our nice LaunchDarkly header. We've got our new LaunchDarkly logo image here, but it's a little large for the screen. We've turned on the new animation, so even though it's spinning, or right now it's spinning, we wanted to ultimately use that new animation, which we had set up behind a targeting rule. When I go in and type in Cody here, I log in successfully, it checks the flag for my user, and animates the new version of the logo. So you see we're able to very quickly bring in a few feature flags into our application and drastically change the way it looks and the way it works with the environment. Really excited to show you more, so if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us. Hope you have a great day.